And our guest today is Tiaramy. She's multi-talented. She's a singer. She's an actress. And she's here on our set.
Can I add something to that?
Oh, wait. Yes.
She's the next sensation since Beyonce
Oh, the next out of Houston. H-Town goes down. I feel like I need to chop and screw that, right?
H-Town, go down.
Hey.
All right.
Come on,
Come on,
girl.
let's go.
Hello, everybody. Okay.
Wait. We gotta pour you some Black Girl Magic.
Thank you so much.
I know
that's a beautiful bottle.
You already have it, but now you have it in a glass.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. Can I taste it?
Yeah.
Please
Okay.
do, yes.
You're gonna like it.
Let's just finish
Yes.
this bottle off, y'all.
Yes.
This is really good.
It tastes
Give a little dab.
Black Girl Magic.
So wait, I'm assuming there's a beautiful black girl that made
Sisters,
Black
the McBride
sisters.
sisters.
McBride
Beautiful.
sisters.
That's really good.
So just tell us how you got started.
I guess like entertainment is just kind of like a part of my family, but both of my parents come from a very Christian background, so they didn't really get to pursue it like they wanted to because of the backlash and the judgment. Specifically, my mother, she wanted to act, she wanted to sing. My personality is exactly like hers, but it wasn't until she was well into her 30s that she really got comfortable with like singing with a band, and she is actually the reason why I really got started doing live music, and from live music just becoming an artist. Like, she really groomed me from a child, like at 5 years old, teaching me how to do harmony, teaching me how to write songs. I mean, I remember at 15, 16 writing songs with her. And my dad is also a singer as well, but his dad is a minister also. And he never pursued it like seriously, but he does lead song service at our church. He's the choir director, and he also, pushed me into singing as well, but just more so on the gospel side. But he's super supportive of the R&B, or the secular music, as church folks like to say. But both me and my mom, we actually have a band back home in Houston. My mom has always done live entertainment for over 20 years now. She's like 55, 56, and baby, she still drops it like it's hot. But I mean,
Shout out to Mama.
Get it, Ma. Yeah.
yeah, I got started seriously around 18. I got with a guy named DJ Young Sam, and he had a record entertainment company called Break Them Boys Off, and he really did help me a lot and groom me along the way. I definitely have to give him a big, thank you, because he's the one who helped start the R&B, for real career, and
You can shout them out.
yeah, shout out DJ Young Sam. You already know it's always love. No matter how far apart, no matter if we stop working together or not, it's never any bad blood for anybody out there that was ever thinking, because I know how y'all be out there. But no, it's all love, so. I just been keeping it pushing ever since. In the live entertainment, I got to thank my mom and my daddy for that. So,
Yes.
and here we are. And of course the acting, but we'll get into that later.
We want to know about your first studio session, what it was like. Is there anything that you learned then that stuck with you?
Okay, so my very first studio session was when I was about the very first time I ever recorded in a studio, I had to be about 16, and it was with this guy named Blue from Westfield. If anybody know where Blue is, tell him to say what's up to your girl.
What's up, Blue?
Well, Blue had a little studio in the crib, and he was like, I want you to do some hooks. I did a talent show at the school. I want you to do some hooks. And it was like, wow, that's my voice. That's how I sound. That's crazy. So
It's
it
weird
was
hearing having a show
Yeah,
where you're too,
it's really-
it's something you have to get used to, is hearing your own
Exactly.
voice, because in your head it sounds totally different.
exactly.
Yeah.
And for a while, I didn't like the way I sounded.
Yeah, you have to get
It's
used
always
to
like
it.
that.
You
I
have to get
sound
used to
better
it.
live. I
Yeah.
don't sound how I, it was weird at first, but I got the hang of it.
Yeah. So what would be your dream collaboration or song?
Oh, my dream collaboration right now in this very moment, I really want to work with Young Berg, aka the Hitmaker. I really want to work with him, and it's more so he has he's making all the hits right now. It's just crazy, and yeah, I've been trying. Young Berg, open your DM.
What about Megan Thee Stallion?
Show him this video.
Our girl Jackie Hollywood is verified on Twitter, So they get a separate DM, we found out. So if you're verified and you holler at other verified people, you get a separate DM.
Oh, I need to get verified.
Yes.
Call up Twitter right now.
Right. Wow. I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yes.
Young Bird, that's a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, production, yeah, for
Right
sure.
now, and he's been making hits.
Yeah.
Right. He had to reinvent himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's that too. So do you have any other artistic outlets?
I have a Bachelor of Arts in Directing and Production from Columbia, Chicago. Shout out Lena Wayne, because you are my alumni, honey. Okay, put your girl on job. Okay. So the TV degree in directing and production, which I utilize mostly with my music and stuff like my videos. So every video concept I come up with production-wise, I usually do the production on it and stuff like that. Of course, I love this big personality. You know I got to be acting somewhere, child.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Skits,
Yes.
girl.
Yes, definitely. What's funny is the acting came before the music. That was always my first passion. I wanted to be on Broadway, movies, films. Singing came secondary. But, life happens and sometimes it switches off. Comedic acting is like my strong suit, but I can switch it up. And I'm dabbling in a little bit of comedy. Wink, wink. I'm learning. I'm in comedy boot camp right now.
We feel the energy.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in
Yes.
comedy boot camp right now with a few comics that I really admire that live out here in LA that have embraced me and they're like, hey, we got you. So shout out to Simone, D-Lay, King, Keep Run. What's
Gang,
that? You know what I'm saying? Just embracing me and looking at me like, hey, we got you, little sis. You know, it's all love. So, yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to ask you. How did you get into comedy? Because you have a lot of stories and you're hella funny. And you have hella energy.
Yeah, and your skits on Instagram, girl.
Yes.
Y'all need to follow her.
We got the blood of Jesus. So what did you say? What did you say?
No, the lady had said that I ain't had no home training and that you ain't raised me right because I ain't act right in class. And I told her, bitch, my mama raised me right. I was just taking a fee. How the hell you learn how to say bitch? We don't say that in this house.
Give them your ad
IG,
because
Oh, yeah, you can find me at the number one, Tiaramy. It's spelled like Tiaramy. So it's spelled like Tiaramy, but the Y is silent.
And there's only one, so
Right.
there's only one.
Man, the Instagram skits and stuff started with a guy named B. Watts. He had a manager named Chill, who I was really good friends with, who's like an amazing director, and he's put me in a few of his films early on and did voiceovers. He was like, oh, I want you to meet one of these influencers that I've been working with. Me and B. Watts did a skit, and from B. Watts, this guy named I Am Carrie Boy came and was like, oh, I want to work with you. And then from him, Dean Will came.
This is my 2-week notice letting you know I have found better employment.
Learn how to read.
Bitch, learn how to write. Employment with another nigga. I will be
Resigning.
resigning. So what does this mean?
Basically, you gotta get your shit together, man, or she's leaving you.
But it says she found another nigga.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm that other nigga.
Oh, your fat ass, shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
You ready, baby?
Yep, I'm ready, daddy.
They've literally like just took me under their wing, and so I was like, you know what, I think I can do this by myself. And so I do it with them, but then I literally just started doing it by myself within the past like 6 months. So the comedy, I guess it just comes like literally off the top of my head. Like I just think of something funny and I'm like, okay, let me try.
So we want to know what's the most fun and what's the most challenging time you had doing a skit.
The most fun I've had doing a skit had to be when oh Lord, so many times. It's
The
like
most.
the most
The
fun.
best.
Okay, the best. Okay, it was this skit that it was all of us. It was like an all-star cast. Okay, so it was Simone Shepherd, King Key Run, Dean Will, Ross Swagger, B. Watts, and D. Springs and Gigi Smiles. All of these are actors and influencers on Instagram, and we all did a skit together, and basically Dean was getting abused by his girlfriend. And like Chill recorded it, and basically it was fun because it was like all of these young people, and we're all just working together. It was like 6, 8 of us, and literally we just all coming off the top of our dome like, coming up with funny content, and it was just all love, like no egos, no nothing, like, oh, that was funny, like, oh, you gotta do that again, like everybody giving each other props. So that had to be the most fun because I had never worked with so many influencers at one time. So yeah, that's good.
The challenge. And what was the most challenging?
Oh, I guess when I'm doing it by myself, because
You be like, got my goddamn self for real.
right when I'm doing it by myself, I tend to overthink it because when I'm doing it with someone else, I'm just bouncing off their energy.
Yeah.
So I know how to
That's
come
like us.
in.
Like, yeah, that's why
When
we
I'm
have
doing
3
it by
people because
myself,
we need it.
Right. I gotta make sure like everything is on point, everything is funny, and some things don't hit, some things do.
Right.
But I have to always be conscious, like it's okay if it doesn't hit.
Right.
And I think that's the most challenging is just trying to figure out like doing it by myself, what is going to actually make my audience truly laugh, because doing it with somebody else, if they funny or not, I know I'm gonna be funny because I'm gonna bounce off of them.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the most challenging for sure.
And you gotta make sure you're okay too mentally.
Right, exactly.
So,
Exactly. So but they're definitely most challenging by myself.
Okay, so you told us earlier you went to school for television and directing, and we know that you have a minor in screenwriting. Not everybody knows that, right?
Right.
So tell us, what are you working on? Any scripts? Like what's coming out of your house of directing and
So
writing?
with the screenwriting, I just wrote my first script in like 5 years since I've been out of school. I haven't wrote in a long time as far as like an actual concepts, yes, but for a
Pen to
script,
paper,
no.
no.
Right, no. So I wrote this script called Decisions, and it's actually totally different from what people would expect coming from me. It's a really deep story, and it's really near and dear to my heart, and it has a lot of truth to it, a real experience that I dealt with, and I'm gonna be filming that soon with my friend Dean Will, and it's a little twist on it, but majority of the script is really based on something that truly happened to me when I was young. So I can't wait till people see that side and really get to, explore me on another level as far as not just being comedic. Like I can be dramatic too, and actually, be a little more deeper and not just surface level.
And relatable too.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we get a sneak peek
Yeah,
or what?
Like I wanna know.
If you want to.
You don't have to. Yeah. Don't feel.
You know what? I would. I'm gonna give a little gist. So the script is basically about. It's called Decisions because it's basically about a woman being in a position where she has to make a decision if she wants to keep her child or not, and it's based solely on like, am I gonna be ready? Am I gonna be regretful? Is this person that I want to have it with? But the twist on it is that instead of the guy being the one saying like, oh no, you gotta X this out, it's her that's telling him like, I gotta X this out. And it kind of shows the vulnerability of a man feeling like, am I not good enough for her to have my seed? Like, why would she take something from me without even considering my feelings? Like I know it's her body, but I got feelings too.
Right.
And that's a big deal. That's a real life thing because a lot of women do go through that, and it's always,
and a lot of men go through that. A lot of men.
Exactly, and it's always pinned on the man that's saying like, oh no, you got to get rid of that because I'm not ready. But it's never flipped and seen from the woman's perspective like, I'm not ready, and I don't want to have any regretful thoughts on anything or feel pressured. So I can't wait to
we can't wait
that.
too.
Thank you. I'm excited about that.
So what I feel like, before I ask this question, I feel like I already know, but maybe not. You did. No, you mentioned like Broadway, you're actress, of course. You are an actress, sorry. What are your long-term aspirations?
Long-term, it's never about being known or being famous. It's always about making a comfortable living doing what you love.
Yes, we are about that.
If you don't have that mindset,
Ray John, I'm a drink to that.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Just being not being comfortable.
Yes.
For real.
I don't want to be
Who wants
comfortable.
to be famous? First of all.
Right. It's never about being
Me? No.
I want the check. I want to be famous.
I want that check and a fame, okay? I want people to come up to me like, are you Kayla Jones? Like, yes.
Exactly.
You want
And
to
it
take
has
a
to be
picture?
a
You want,
balance.
I keep a Sharpie in my purse at all times.
God.
No, I do. Yeah, it is a balance.
It's about no. I'm just saying, like, just of course about you want both. But I think that in today's society, like I'm still in my 20s, but I'm closer to my 30s. So I'm a 90s baby, like 1990. So it's like technology. I didn't grow up with technology. Technology grew up with me.
Yep, that's
Every
very true.
aspect
yeah.
of technology I've
Grew
witnessed and seen, and it grew with me. So
I never thought about that, so you're right.
a lot of today's younger people, they are focused more on the fame and not just making a living doing what you love, because if you do what you love, it doesn't feel like a job. As soon as it feels like a job, it's not fun anymore.
Right.
So that's why
It's work, but it's not.
it's
a
work,
job.
but it shouldn't be a job, right? And so that's
They don't
ju-
even want the fame at that because they're passionate about it.
Exactly. And so that's my whole thing about it. Is just like long term goal is just making sure that I'm staying focused and I'm making a living that can provide me comfortability, and I also want to help my fellow black brothers and sisters and my
Yes.
fellow family members. I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave generational wealth, so
Yes,
5
that's what I'm all
generations
about
after
that.
me,
Yeah.
they can say my great 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 grandmother, she started the foundation.
Yeah.
Because the
All
generations
I hope that all they need to say is your name. But like my great grandmother is here.
Tiaramy is my grandmother. What's up? Like,
right, yeah.
Because my the people before me, my mother, my dad, my grandmother, my grandfathers, and them, they definitely have pulled themselves by the bootstraps little by little. So
Yeah.
it's only right for me to pull us all the way up to to the top.
Right. So you from H-Town. We
Yes.
already established that.
Yes.
But you went to college in Chicago.
I did.
So how do you think those two cities influence your music?
Oh, Chicago. Okay, so even though I said I started with DJ Young Sam as far as in Houston, Chicago is who gave me that real push as far as being a performer and like taking like original material and performing it live. It's this famous place called the Victor Hotel. Everybody knows it in Chicago. I mean, Ryan from Black Ink used to go there.
Oh, shit.
Jeremiah the singer used to go there. Willie from Day 26 used to go there. Ro Timmy used to go there. All these people used to be at the Victor Hotel, and I used to be in the mix with all of these people at the Victor Hotel. And Jeremiah has a cousin who is also Willie Day 26 little brother named Terrell, and he was
Everyone's
the
related
host.
in the industry, right?
Seriously, he was the host of the Victor Hotel, and me and him, like, I sung there one time, and from there we just clicked, and he just like looked out ever since then, like always putting me on shows. So like they really showed me that first like embrace me, because I was out there from 18 all the way up to 21. But Houston is home always. So, but I gotta give Chicago the props for the hustle, like just
Okay.
teaching me how to hustle and get
Right.
it and network. Because
Oh.
I didn't know anybody. I was fresh.
Right.
Chicago needs that right now because
Right.
they're going through it.
Yeah.
Just say.
Positive, just said.
It's okay. I'm gonna take that Empire job.
Empire, y'all niggas hiring?
Lucius, I'm
Man.
your daughter.
Be your daughters. Okay.
Right. Cookie, where's my check?
Professional.
Right.
No, wait, hold up.
It's hella real.
Like
I know how to get that sip going. Like, okay.
Loving it.
Right. So, are you currently working on anything right now?
So right now I am finishing up an EP. I have 3 songs that I did right before I moved back. Right before I left Houston and moved out here. So I'm gonna finish the next 3 by the summertime. I'm thinking about calling it Reset because as I was recording the songs, I was really talking about stories that I was actually dealing with as I was processing, going through my emotions of trying to decide when I was gonna move to LA and like really start all over. So that's what I'm working on. Just got signed to an acting agency called International Idols Agency. Right. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mark and Brashad. They're 2 brothers, African Americans. They have their own, and yes, black owned. So when they have their next season, if you need an agent, I'm gonna post it up so you can get in the agency, because they literally are pushing me and sending me
Do
on
they
auditions.
do kids too? I got
They
five
do
kids.
kids too.
Hey.
They do kids from 0 all the way up to 85, baby. If
Okay,
you can walk, you can talk, you can get on. So shout out to them. So they've been doing a lot of work with me and stuff like that, and just coming around and going around LA. I've been performing a lot with this group called Soulful of Noise. They always have concerts and stuff. If y'all heard of Comfort LA?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
just
went to the Black Market.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Comfort LA, they usually do a show they do like Sunday, like one Sunday out the month at Comfort LA. So I'm gonna have to invite y'all because it's a really dope vibe.
Yes,
live
we're there.
band.
We are there.
But-
At least me, because I live out here.
Yes, but they always showing love.
Neither does
so-
you.
I'll look on IG.
Right.
Check the stories.
Yes.
And I'm working on a little business venture I'm thinking about doing, but I'll come back and talk about that.
Okay. Hey, she already said she's coming back.
Hey.
I'll come back and talk about
That
that once I get it started.
Okay.
Okay, so last question.
Okay.
We are hella real.
Yes.
You are hella.
I am hella transparent.
That's a good one. I like that.
I show my highs and my lows. I do not only show my highlights. I don't
Show your
my
lowlights.
I show my lowlights as well. And I use my transparency to inspire, help people desire, and help people aim higher.
Love
So,
it.
hella transparent.
Love. Well, thank you for joining.
Thank y'all for having me. I am
That was so fun.
like y'all don't even
It was so
understand
much
how much this means to me. Like that you guys even want to take the time out to even get to know my journey and what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. And I appreciate y'all so much. Beautiful black queens, we have to stick together.
Yes.
Women empowerment, all of that. And man, it's been hella real with the Hella Real Show.
Hey. So follow your girl on Instagram. One shout it out.
Yes, follow me at 1Tiaramy, spelled like Tiaramy, the number 1 Tiaramy. Thank you.
Also buy her music.
Yes,
Spotify,
all of that.
Apple
iTunes.
Music, Tidal, everything.
Yes, look me up on YouTube. Follow me on Gram. Get all them skits. Get your laugh on if you're feeling sad.
Yes.
Yes.
Give them the
She's
stuff.
very
Right.
pretty.
And if you could catch her live, it's a motherfucking treat.
Yes, that's how I met her. Live show. Okay.